Hey, welcome to Yerushalmi. We're up to Megillah Daf Chafov Amud Aleph at the very top. Halacha Vav Zok the Mishnah. Kol Yom Kosher L'Kriyas Megillah. All days kosher to Kriyas Megillah and the following mitzvahs: L'Kriyas Ahalul, L'Kriyas Shoifel, L'Kriyas Lulav, L'Tfilas Musafin, and L'Musafin for the Karbanis Musafin. Levidoi Parim. Yom Kippur, Levidu Meiser. Someone brings Meiser to Meiser Sheni. Levidu Yom HaKippur. Levidoi. Rabbi Yadir Kodesh from Abayis by Ma'aser, Levidia Mekipurim, L'smicha, L'shchita, L'tnufa, for waving, L'agosha, L'kmitza, L'aktora, L'mlika, L'kabola, Azoy, L'ashkoy Saita, L'refise, Oeglo, L'taras, Mitzayra. So all days kosher for all these things, and now the Gemara is going to learn Kolim kosher Kis Megillah, the Ksiv, like we had yesterday. B'yom Asher Sivru Oivei HaYehudim Lishleit Bahem. So B'yom during the day, L'Kriyas HaHalal. How do we know that? The Ksiv Zeh Yom Asar Hashem Negillas Chavoy Hayom L'Kiyah Shofet. The Ksiv Yom Tru Yelachem. Matthias Lo. The Ksiv L'Kafim Lechem B'yom Harishon. The Tfilas Masaf and Ulam Masaf. And the Ksiv B'yom Tzavoy So it's Bnei Yisrael. And Kanievsky points out that we're going to learn all the Meiser Kabbanas come from that. L'smicha, l'shchita, l'tnufa, l'agash, l'kmitza, l'ktotel, l'mlika, l'kabbalah, l'zoya. Again, the ksiv because it says b'yom tavosis b'nei Yisrael. Halacha zayin zok tel gemishna kol alayla kosher l'ktziras ha'omer l'hekter chalavim ve'evarim. All night is kosher l'ktziras ha'omer. Some gersos said also sfiras ha'omer. And for hekter chalavim ve'evarim, burning the fats and the limbs on top of those bears. Klal. This is the rules of the Mishnah. Davar shemitzvah b'yom kosher kol hayom. Shemitzvah b'layla kosher kol hayla. The mitzvahs during the day, it's good all day. If the mitzvahs at night, it's good all night. Kol laila kashel tzvisoim is like the Gemara. Amar Rabbi Yochanan the Rebbe Loz of Reb Shimon. This is Rebbe Loz of Reb Shimon. Rebbe Loz of Reb Shimon. Amar mehochel liktzor tachel lispar. Right? It says in the pasuk. It says Shuv Shavu is tispo lecho mehochel chermish bakama tachel lispar. So when you start counting, that's when you're going to be cutting. Miato, right? So now the Gemara says it's not really logical to say that it should not be all night. Why? Because the if you think of it this way, Miata Yatzal Chutz Tchum, what happens is he has to go to the Tchum, in other words, where the grain is growing. He has to stay with why? Kivon Shechashecha Yaschil Liktzer. Right, so this way, because if he only can do it in the beginning of the night, no, it's Ramish, the minute it turns night, so he has to be there, Ramish, he has to be on standby, Matzi Yontif. It's got to be there on standby. Evshel Lechavim, can it be so exact? So it must be Lidifach. So the Gemara, Kol kosher, that's why I have to say that the whole night is kosher, not just the first second of the night. Okay, Zok the Gemara is going to discuss a little bit of the Yomi now. How you makriv minchas ha'omer. V'nitme, so he's makriv, he's being makriv the minchas ha'omer, and it becomes tummy. Now the halacha is tumas huta b'tziba. So Omer he can say, listen to me, they'll bring him, they'll bring him another one. Vim lav, let's say there's nothing else available. This is the only Omer he has. Omer lo have be smart and keep your mouth closed. Divrei Rebbe. Reb Lazar Reb Shimon Omer says no. We always tell him be smart and keep your mouth shut. Because we have no choice. We have to use the one that you cut for the mitzvah. Because if it was not cut for the mitzvah, you can't bring it at all. So you're stuck with the one that's tummy. And like we said, tummy is hota b'tziba. Savar Reb Lazar Reb Shimon Shein Omer ba min haliyah, because Reb Shimon also holds, obviously, I'm sorry, Reb Lazar Reb Shimon holds that Omer cannot come from what's stored in the attic. It has to be cut, like we just said, for the mitzvah. Amar Rabbi Yochanan asked the Reb Lazar Reb Shimon kishitza Rabbi Kiva Rabbi Shel Aviv. Actually, Reb Lazar Reb Shimon's shita is the same as Rabbi Kiva, who was his father, Reb Shimon's Rebbe. The Tanian Tamam, we learn Kalalam Rabbi Kiva, famous rule, he says in Shabbos, Kol Malach Hashav Shalol Layosis Me'er Shabbos, Ein Dedoiches Shabbos. Any Malacha knows, even something that's huta to do on Shabbos, I think it's the example there's Mila. So you can't sharpen the knife before on Shabbos. Why is it not? Why can't you sharpen? Because you could have done it before Shabbos. Chol Malach Hashiyev Shalol Layosis Me'er Shabbos, but any Malach that you couldn't do before Shabbos, it wasn't possible to do it, Doiches Shabbos. So obviously over here he holds Reb Shimon also I'm sorry, but I keep saying it. Reb Shimon holds that you can't bring from the aliyah because if he would hold you could bring from the aliyah, then why would Ktsir Soim be Derech Shabbos? But I understand. You just told me that anything could have been done before Shabbos. It's not Derech Shabbos. I have Otanim Meiser Shavru Yosem Abam Zug Vik from Rabbi Kiva Lud. Again, a famous story where 40 pairs of Aiden came to say Eidos HaChodesh, and Rabbi Kiva kept them in Lud. Right? Glila argued on him over there. So now, why did he keep them alone? Because he said there's too many. You don't need 40 pairs of witnesses to go. All you need is one, right? But one he would have let go. So that's the question. Why would he let one go? The mitzvah be mekadesh ayim. It's possible to be mekadesh without Eidim. You don't need Aiden to be Mekadesh. It automatically becomes Mekadesh Lamed Aleph. So why would Rebbe Kiva let them go? And according to at least Rechan Kanievsky, that the other Pshatim here, there's no teretz on this kasha. Okay. Ktsiras Hayyim. If let's say you cut during the day, we said mitzvahs at night, but let's say you went and cut during the day. Mat Avid Law. Is it Ktsiras Halayla? In other words, it's kosher, but you just didn't do it the right time. Oh, Kibam and Ali, or is it like you got it from your from your storehouse? And it's considered wasn't cut at all for the mitzvah. So now, in Tem Ktsiras Halayla, if you tell me that as a din of Ktsiras Halayla, just you didn't do it the right time, Ashkasama, Hada Palgo, Ben Reb Loza Reb Shimon, Ben Rabbanan, that this is the machlokes. It's one machlokes. What's machlokes? Rabbanan am Ktsiras Hayom has the din of Ktsiras Laila. Reb Loza Reb Shimon holds Aimer and Ktsiras Hayom Ktsiras Laila. No, like we just saw. That's the machlokes. However, in Temekabon and Ali, if you're going to tell me that it's considered to be not just that's the wrong time, but it's like you didn't even cut it for the mitzvah at all. Like you just picked it out of your storehouse. Ashkasom, the entire Tein Palgun, Ben Reb Loza Reb Shimon Rabban is actually two machlokes in. What are two machlokes in? The Rabbanim first ram Ktsiras Hayom Ktsiras Laila, we just saw. Loza Reb Shimon Omer and Ktsiras Hayom Ktsiras Laila. And the additional machlokes is Rabbanan Amri Habam and Aliyah kosher, right? That you could even bring if it wasn't cut lishma. Reb Loza Reb Shimon Omer Habam Aliyah is possible because it needs to be cut lishma. Wonderful.